Hey everyone, welcome back to another fantastic video that I'm making today, and this one will be on XORAD Magical. Again, this person is always bringing something unique to the table for me to talk about, for me to go over. Now, I like to sensationalize everything, yet sometimes I like to dumb it down and make it easy for everyone to understand. Now, there's always something really uncanny, strange, bizarre going on, and when that happens, I'm here. Now, welcome to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, Chris speaks of breaking life's black and white thinking in a video that they posted on TikTok, and I'd like to share that before getting into this.
To live in a generation where everybody is trying to figure out the spectrum of emotion, human emotion, the spectrum of sexuality, the spectrum of like schizophrenia and things like that is amazing. It's like, finally, are we waking up now because we're now able to actually talk to each other about how the world isn't so black and white and binary? It's amazing. A lot of people might contest it, but I think that they're afraid. It breaks everything that they thought was reality or what they thought they were supposed to be given in life.
I'm going to read a little bit off of something that I actually created here. Now, Chris just shared a story of how people were treating them different, and what others may not have seen as hurtful in ways was actually quite tormentful and hurt Chris in what I would see personally as a extreme event that would happen. So I can empathize with Chris in that, and to understand that, personally I had to go through a lot myself, and I did not force it, and I don't wish it upon anyone before someone gets to understanding this. Now, I don't believe that people who feel this are actually part of like some type of hierarchy in life. I just like to say that they've been affected by something unknowingly or even indirectly. And this is the dark part of it that Chris shares about, is that an experience of his treatment of schizophrenics in everyday life is something that is of a bias, a discriminatory event that is not seen as discriminatory. I hope that's the right word for this, because if not, I'm going to have to read up a whole dictionary and learn a little bit more about the word discrimination. Now, when someone goes in there and you say that you may be hallucinating or that you know that you are, then that's when you start to feel that when that person is taking you onto the gurney, that might be something pretty bad. And it's not you thinking it, it's not a selfish thing, it's that it's a happening, and that person is doing that, and it's hurting you as a being and an entity as a whole. So, for an example, putting you in a mental hospital for being what would be seen to be an act of schizophrenia, and I say it like that because they would see it as an act when it really is just a happening of you being you. And to say that that was actually a narcissistic thing for you to have, it's just absurd. But to understand on the other end of that is their pain. Probably people should feel guilty and stuff after they realize all these things happen. That would be what a normal person does. Some people don't, and that will lead you into the direction of actually seeing the black empty hole that I speak about in some videos that I have created. And maybe you understand that you have seen someone else's shadow, or you have seen your own. Maybe you've seen the world's, and it's quite uncanny. It's a feeling that is uncomfortable for many, painful, and not something I wish upon anyone in the world. Now, just saying something is an act of schizophrenia in a scary or negative way, if we shut the doors to making someone believe or someone think that what they are, what they're doing as a person is completely wrong, then it'll affect them in a negative way, just further adding to the stereotype of certain types of people. Now, really, I could say that for everyone in the idea that there is an unhinged trauma behind everything, because I know that in the future, people should understand, and they may understand that they've done something really bad overall. Like, we have millennia to figure this out. We will die, and I don't know about everyone else, but there's an energy that's put out in the world, and it has to be healed. And from reading major books from people like Mark Wallen, going into the trauma that goes down generations of people, or you have been directly affected by someone that was close to you that may have hurt you, or even someone else, that person, whatever else that they created that was traumatic towards you, is now a part of your life, and it's harmful and it hurts you, and it stays with them. And until something is changed, like for me, I don't even know if I've changed anything. I've really just seen something that has happened in a really dark place, and I don't know what it was, but I know that life holds it, and that is the shadow self, which is something that is really hard and uncanny to see, and I guess maybe just not even the shadow self, it's the shattering of the persona, making everything that I have said to believe in is actually a lie or is fake, but maybe I'm also rationalizing a traumatic event that happened to me because of someone else's trauma, which is very, very bad, because that person, obviously, they may have loved at one point and now they just don't, or something changed their mind, they split, whatever happened, happened. And things like this do happen. Now, being taken out of a gurney because you are, or what you may be seen as a schizophrenic person and be seen differently, ultimately affecting and adding, continuing a cycle, creating a bottomless trap hole for people, creating a further pain in the world for others, some which they say may disagree, because Chris says if it goes against all they believed in, then maybe that's a problem for people, and it most likely is. It was for me. It hurt, and it's a painful feeling, uncanny, that no one wants to feel. Even though I would say that maybe I could be rationalizing something. There may be the idea that regular things that have happened to regular people may have actually been something that is just, they have to look into and say that, look, like, I've actually done something really bad, and all the things that I've done that have been bad have been just seen by that one traumatic event that was thrown onto me. And I understand all the pain in the world and the suffering just condensed into one black ball. I forget the word of it, dark matter I think it is. Emotion that you can feel, and it is so, so heavy. Shattering the persona is something many may never see and may not want to see. It's not for the faint of heart, and I would say it, for those people that say they have never caused pain, it would be ignorant. Yet to the consciousness, it is considered not bad until you realize you unknowingly hurt someone, and maybe later down the line someone may realize that and change their ways. So you can forgive some people to an extent. You can't forgive the trauma that happened because it is there, engulfing your life, and it stays there. It rewires the brain. That's what I would say. It's the heaviest, and that's why I think it's important to note that. Personally, I learned this by being in a realization from a relationship for no reason, was discarded, and realized there is an unkept trauma in life. So that is it. The trauma, not even mine, yet showed to my face for no reason. Understanding a personality disorder, myself, as well as the world surrounding us, a traumatically dark place, an empty void created by trauma or unhinged trauma itself. Unhinged trauma comes from the world, and there is no reason for it, for what I know, other than self-made agony and pain. I would feel guilty if I hurt anyone, and I feel that just by understanding that that thing is there, that really dark condensed feeling. And sometimes what we didn't know is that it was unwillingly as well. So who knows? Maybe I'm just rationalizing stuff, like I said. But yeah, give Chris a shout out. The man's fantastic and supports schizophrenic people to the extreme. And thank you very much for watching today's video. I'll be back with another one another time. Have a fantastic day, and thumbs up to Chris.
Like schizophrenia and things like that is amazing. It's like, finally, are we waking up now? Because we're now able to actually talk to each other about how the world isn't so black and white and binary. It's amazing. A lot of people might contest it, but I think that they're afraid. It breaks everything that they thought was reality or what they thought they were supposed to be given in life. But at the same time, I would rather live in a world that's more compassionate and more trying to understand what's going on, instead of just lumping things into categories and pushing people into the corner that they don't like or think are strange.
Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, anything relating to or pertaining to, or just giving a thanks out to someone, and giving support to Chris. That would be fantastic. Check out Chris's channel on TikTok. Fantastic person. Have a great and wonderful week. Bye.